Welcome, learners. I am Dr. M.K. Baby, Professor of Finance of the School of Management, Christu Jayanti College, Bangalore. Today, I would like you to take through the canons of taxation, which is part of the course on direct taxation. A good tax system should adhere to certain principles which become the characteristics of the taxation system. Therefore, any good taxation system must be based on certain well-defined principles. Adam Smith was the person who first came out with 4 important principles of taxation. To the 4 principles propounded by Adam Smith, a few more have been suggested and added by various economists later. So these principles, including those which were suggested by Adam Smith and subsequently added by other economics later, are called the canons of taxation. The 4 basic principles or canons propounded by Adam Smith were the canon of equality, the canon of certainty, the canon of convenience, and the canon of economy. The canon of equality says that persons should be taxed according to their ability to pay, also known as the canon of ability. This principle says that heavier burdens should be placed on broader shoulders. That is, people who are able to pay more should be taxed at a higher rate, while those who are unable to pay because of their poor financial position should be taxed only at lower rates. And this principle is the foundation of the progressive system of taxation. The second canon, namely the canon of certainty, says that every individual should know or must be certain as to the time of payment, the manner of payment, and also the amount to be paid, so that there should be absolute clarity as to one's tax obligations and commitments, and they should not be arbitrary. The canon of convenience suggests that the mode as well as the timing of payment should be convenient to the taxpayer. Rather, tax should be levied or collected at the time when the person is able to pay with the least of strain. The fourth canon, namely the canon of economy, implies that the cost which the government will have to incur for collection of the tax should be the minimum possible. So if the government has to spend a huge portion of the amount or proceeds as the expenses, then such a tax cannot be justified. To the 4 basic principles propounded by Adam Smith, a few more were added later by the subsequent economists. Thus, the canon of productivity says that the revenue generated from any particular tax should be sizable, and on the other hand, the tax should not hamper the productive initiatives of the economy. So any good system of taxation, according to the canon of productivity, should be such that it should not in any way hamper
the economic and productive activities of the economy. The canon of elasticity implies that the system should be flexible. The rate of tax, the percentage of tax, or the mode of levying the tax should be adjustable according to the needs of the time. The canon of simplicity says that the system should be simple and intelligible, and even the common people, the common man, should be in a position to understand the procedures and the formalities of a particular tax system, so that they must be able to pay the tax and file their return on their own without the help of any external experts. The canon of diversity implies that there should be different system of taxation, or the tax base and the taxable events must be diversified so that more people can be brought into the tax net, and everybody should be made to pay tax of one form or other, so that the overall burden of tax payment can be minimized. The canon of expediency suggests that the taxation system should be such that it needs no explanation. Rather, the conditions as well as the formalities associated with any particular system of tax should be self-explanatory and should be capable of only one interpretation. And the canon of coordination suggests that there should be proper coordination among the different taxes that are levied by the center, state, and the local bodies. Again, the canon of neutrality suggested by later economists implies that the system of taxation should be neutral and should not result in inflationary or deflationary condition in the economy. So I hope you had a very brief introduction to the canon of taxation. I will be coming to you with more lessons on taxation in later videos. Thank you very much.